Most people think Portola Springs is just another newer Irvine neighborhood. And on paper, it looks like one. But here's the truth most buyers don't realize until after they tour it. People don't choose Portola Springs for the same reasons they choose the rest of Irvine. And if you don't understand why, it's easy to think this neighborhood is either overhyped or completely misunderstood. Today, we're not ranking neighborhoods. We're not comparing prices. Instead, we're answering a much more important question. Who does Portola Springs actually work for, and who should probably look elsewhere? Before branding, before reputation, geography comes first. Portola Springs sits at the northern edge of Irvine, backed by open hills and bordering the 241 toll road. That single fact shapes daily life more than most people expect. Here's what that creates in practice: a noticeably quieter, more residential feel. Direct access to open space and trail systems. Commutes that often skew north toward North OC or LA County. Unlike central Irvine neighborhoods that feel woven into the city's internal flow, Portola Springs feels like a destination, not a pass-through. For some buyers, that's a downside. For the right buyer, that's the entire point. You'll often hear Portola Springs mentioned alongside Woodbury, Orchard Hills, Stonegate. And on the surface, that makes sense. They all share master plan design, HOAs, newer construction, a polished, cohesive look. But here's the mistake buyers make. They assume these neighborhoods are interchangeable. They're not. The experience of living in them is very different, and Portola Springs sits at a unique end of that spectrum. Buyers who choose Portola Springs usually value intentional calm over convenience. They prioritize quiet streets over busy retail corridors, trails, hills, and open space over walkable shopping, separation from commercial density. These buyers are comfortable knowing errands may require a short drive. Daily life centers around home, outdoors, and community amenities. The neighborhood isn't trying to entertain you, it's trying to give you space. And that clarity is powerful. Portola Springs may not work well for buyers who want walkable cafes or shopping, prefer being near Irvine's major employment hubs, or looking for energy, activity, and constant movement. This isn't a compromise neighborhood. It's an intentional choice, and knowing that upfront makes all the difference. Portola Springs includes both townhomes and single-family homes, but where you are in the neighborhood matters as much as what you buy. Earlier phases tend to offer slightly larger lots, more variation in street layout, a softer transition into the surrounding hills. Later phases lean toward more efficient land use, higher density in select areas, newer construction standards. Because of elevation and open space, two homes with the same floor plan can feel completely different depending on their exact location. This is why Portola Springs is best understood street by street, not headline by headline. HOA fees and mello-roos often come up fast, and usually without nuance. In Portola Springs, those costs support infrastructure and maintenance, shared amenities and landscaping, long-term community planning. What matters isn't whether these costs are good or bad. What matters is whether you value predictability over flexibility, shared maintenance over individual responsibility, a long-term cost structure that matches your lifestyle. The better question isn't, is it worth it? It's, does this framework fit how we actually live? Each newer Irvine community solves for a different lifestyle. Woodbury centrality and daily convenience. Stonegate balance between access and calm. Orchard Hills. Elevation, views, exclusivity. Portola Springs. Quiet, open space, separation. There's no hierarchy here, just alignment. As the market slows and decision-making becomes more thoughtful, buyers are asking better questions. Does this neighborhood support our daily routines? What trade-offs are we intentionally making? Will this still feel right 5 or 10 years from now? In that environment, neighborhoods with a clear identity, like Portola Springs, tend to stand out more, not less. Portola Springs isn't trying to be everything. And that's exactly why it works so well, for the right buyer. If you value quiet, open space, and a residential environment at the edge of Irvine, it delivers consistency and clarity. If you want walkability, centrality, or constant activity, Irvine gives you better options elsewhere. The best decisions aren't about reputation or rankings. They're about knowing what you want, and being comfortable with what you're choosing not to prioritize. That's where Portola Springs shines.